Alright folks, how are we doing? It's Shabbash. Welcome back to the channel. It's Orna again, and the mimics are back. They're loose. They're back from last year. This is one of the best monthly events that I had last year, that I had fun with, and it's really great because it's got something for everyone. You know, from tier 5 all the way up to tier 10 and end game as well. So it's something in it for everyone. If you're a new player, make sure you can get up to tier 5. There's some really awesome pieces of gear available, and we're just going to give you an update. This video is just an update on this mimic event, what to look out for. And there's 3 raid bosses available, 2 kingdom raids, and 1 late game world raid boss, which is lots of fun. And there's also 2 pets available, which are, one is more, the low tier one is more for collector purposes. The end tier 10 one is not too bad. It does like to cast mimics mischief a lot. So let's go through the raids first then. The first one being the age-old mimic. So what's great about age-old mimic, you don't need to solo it to get the gear. There's some really important pieces of gear that are event locked. So you've got the arch-gizmo, which stops your attack and magic going down for double down and single down, as well as temp downs as well. And then you've got the arch-gadget and the ring of day. Those prevent your defense is dropping down and your resistance, of course. So those are your 3 first things to get, or you don't need Ring of Day and arch-gadget, but those are your 2 first items to get really strong for the early to mid game, for raids, gauntlets, etc. The Dawnbreaker weapons, it's not really much to write home about. If you get lucky, you might level 1 up. They're old from the King of the Sulphur past boss, and then you've got a couple of other bits and pieces there. The contraption, adornment, the berserk mushroom, decent way to get it. Ring of Dawn, definitely nothing to write home about. And everlasting torch, it's a nice little offhand which gives you view distance. It is fairly easy to pick up 2 weapons. So age-old mimic, early game players, if you're new players, try and get to level 100, try and get a kingdom which can take one of these down, get that Ring of Day or the arch-gadget and the arch-gizmo, really important. We then got the tier 8 mimic, King of Kings. Now another bits and pieces, pretty random stuff. It tends to actually drop old event raid gear. So we've got Vulcan, we've got Kerberos stuff in here, Ceres stuff, Belt of Ceres. Really the things that are actually decent are the Untamed Bullseye is a really nice adornment, mana, really nice stats, pretty decent stats on the Untamed Bullseye. The Curb stuff is all the lower tier Curb stuff, so you know, if you get lucky again, it's not too bad. Panacea, really. Pale Eye of Kerberos, pretty nice weapon adornment as well. And then, you know, the one big one which people might think about stacking up is the Vulcan's Brew, which gives you a 1 hour buff of 20% extra to experience gold Orns. Pretty sick, actually. Really nice if you know, save them for your temple days and extra Orn events. Save them for your temple days, and even I would save probably for those random events that already pops in, extra experience, extra Orn days, those kind of thing. Not really much else there. Mimic, King of Kings. Final one, Mightiest mimic. This is this is a really amazing world raid boss. Absolutely brutal, actually. It says hard mode when you open the world raid, but it's actually pretty brutal. Cast Ultima and Ultima 2. Realm strikes, the crit spells. Anthem Lioness, it can give double ups for her defense and then gets Davic Channel up, you can't damage it, so absolutely brutal boss. Drops an amazing mix of world raid gear, starting off with the pinions. Let's start off. Tizona Colada are not really worth much. The Band of False Gods. Don't wear this at all. This is a scam item. This is just a joke item Odie's put in the game. It's really bad. So I think the stat ups are like, I think the bonuses are like 5% or something. It's nowhere near as good as Band of Gods. Just stick it in the keep if you really want one. So it drops all the pinions. So if you do 50% damage, you'll be guaranteed pinions. It drops the Feyeti coat, which is unreal. So now this is a tier 9 boss. So when you're summoning these at tier 9, you can summon this boss during this month and the Feyeti itself, obviously, giving you like double the chances of getting the Feyeti coat. Drops 3rd Horseman gear for some reason, a Risen Agony's hat, yeah, some potions, berserk mushrooms. Great Phoenix song back from Phoenix. So the final item that there is the Carl's ring. Now this is not a scam item. This is a tier 10 item. You have to be tier 10 to pick this one up. You can be tier 9 to spawn the boss, but you have to be tier 10 to get this Carl's ring. It's a tier 10 version of a Carl's ring. Stats are ridiculous. Highest ward accessory in the game. I've got a legendary here. I'll show you it quickly. So this is a legendary version, 312 to HP and mana, over 100 to attack, bit of defense, bit of dex. So, and it gives you immune to lull, of course, as well. Good for those charmer PvP defenses. So that's what people are after at tier 10. You see, it is a tier 10 item there. So remember, you do need to be tier 10 to pick one of these up. If you are on the cusp of getting to tier 10 and you think you might want to pick up one of these, remember you can still spawn it while you're in tier 9 at the end of the month, and then you can hold it there until you reach the tier 10. Really worth waiting. A lot of people have been waiting since last year to pick one of these up. So all three of these raids drop some really useful stuff for all levels of players during the game, from tier 5 all the way up to tier 10. So it's really awesome in that regard. Let's have a look at the pets then, which are, yeah, neither really here nor there for one reason or another. Alright, so we've got the age-old mimic, a tier 5 legendary rarity pet here, and really this is mainly a collector's item. There's not anything here which does anything better than a wisp, or which is probably more useful, you know, in that support phase during tier 5, and then by the time you get to tier 7 you got Twilight Wisp, which is really much better than this. It does have Anthem of Avalon, which can give you stats, but look at that buff chance, it's only 3%. Spell chance, only 5%, you know, it's not going to be acting every turn. I haven't tried it with any bestial eyes, you know, once you reach tier 6, get those bestial eyes in, maybe get a few of them. But really, mainly collector's item used by everybody. Maybe if you go Dragon Knight at tier 7, you might try it out, but again, I think there's better options available. So let's have a look at the tier 10 pet, which is the Mightiest Mimic. Okay, so not to be confused with the Mighty Mimic, which is just a standard non-event pet you can get any time of the year. This is the Mightiest Mimic, and you might be wondering what the difference is. Well, the difference is it can cast Ultima, which, you know, when paired up with the Beowulf with decent pet power, can actually cause some serious damage, especially going up against deities. You get that weakness, those blue numbers come up. The only problem and the most annoying thing with these pets is you see that buff chance 100%. It's got Mimic's Mischief, and like regardless of it casts it once, it will keep casting it again and again, because Mimic's Mischief can cause stat downs on your opponent, and it's just it's so annoying. So it'll keep buffing up and buffing up, but when it gets those spells off, and especially when it gets Ultima off, it can be a real badass. You know, if you're doing those strategies in the arena where you want to farm the arena for greater souls, if you're like Swashbuckler or Sequencer, even Gilgamesh with like the spike shield stuff, you're looking for that Mimic's Mischief turn 1, and then, you know, you're counting on your damage, but the pet can help out with the Ultima every now and then. So there you have it. Definitely pick these up at your tiers if you're a collector, or at tier 10 the Mightiest Mimic. Costs 4 million orns, by the way, but it's honestly a pretty decent pet. I have used it a lot in the arena and arena fights on defense and stuff like that. So there you have it, guys. That's what the September 2021 event is about. 2 kingdom raids, 1 world raid, and 2 pets to get. There is a rumor going around as well that something else might happen during the month, because there's 3 past event sprite packs available in the rune shop. You got Phoenician, Kerberos, and Ceres. So people are wondering whether these are going to come back at some point in the game. Mimics actually came back for, I think, like 2 days, maybe 3 months ago, and like it caught a lot of people off guard. So let's wait and see. So there you have it, guys. Mimics are loose in September 2021. Those are the things to look out for this month. Definitely a great event. And if you want help trying to find the pets this month, pop into the Orna Legends Discord. Everybody is welcome there. There's a lot of people sharing not just pets, but dungeons, world raids as well. There's going to be a lot of Mighty Mimic sharing going on this month. Just please be polite, have good communication. We don't want anything, any mishaps. There's already been a couple of naughty folk dealing damage when they should not. But otherwise, guys, thanks for watching. Bear in mind we've got a lot more content planned. I've got so much content planned coming really soon. Just getting into the groove of juggling this full-time job and Orna content with party play just around the corner. I've got so much stuff planned. Live stream party and PvP, 4v4, so many different cool things. Hopefully really soon when that beta content hits. So I'm Shabbash, thanks for watching guys, and we'll see you in the next video. Ciao!